This is what Joy Ellen gave me as a select group of symbols for Christianity. The familiar fish that became popular a long time ago. Various denominations of Christianity, East and West, separated early on, well after Christ, had separate symbols, and that kind of morphed into a variety of forms of, mostly we could boil it down to the cross. I think worldwide, most people will associate the cross with Christianity. Everybody pretty much sees that. We have been asked many times, we, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, who are so keen to make sure everybody knows we're Christians, say, well, why don't you have a cross? And our answer is, well, we're taught to try to be humble followers of Jesus Christ. And so our symbol is, hopefully, our life. The way we live symbolizes our Christianity. Beyond that, we have lots and lots of symbols. On the wall over there, we adopt the lion and the lamb, which almost everybody appreciates. You see symbols all around. We have a course that we teach on learning from the Lord through symbols. And it's a whole little curriculum on all the different kinds of symbols that allow people to learn at their own pace. At one level, everybody recognizes certain things right at a glance. At another level, there's more meaning. So as you become a little more comfortable or more familiar, you can gain greater insights and meaning from a variety of symbols. My granddaughter, who saw us earlier this morning at a church meeting in Los Altos, she and her husband had just returned, actually it was yesterday, from a flight quick down to San Diego, where for the first time she went to the San Diego Temple of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And she came up to me and said, Grandpa, did you know there's 10,000 seals of Melchizedek in the San Diego Temple? I said, yeah. You found that out, huh? They're all over the place, right? It's the instead of the triangle, like we see with the so-called Star of David, we have the square that's formed in the same way and as the ancient, very ancient seal of Melchizedek. And we kind of co-opt that, along with lots and lots of others. In the general vernacular of popular culture, we have things like this, which is on top of some of our temples. It's not on the top of the Oakland Temple up on the hill in Oakland. This is a statue, a golden statue of the angel Moroni, who is the last prophet, the last writer in the so-called Book of Mormon. And he's the one that hid up the record that 2,000 years later, Joseph Smith found buried in the hill Cumorah. And so he to us fulfills the prophecy in the book of Revelation and references in the book of Daniel in the Old Testament and other places. Isaiah has a reference that we take of the angel flying through the midst of heaven. And so we take this angel Moroni, and that lots of people will see that and wonder, what is that? In Melbourne, Australia, where my wife's from, we have some friends who aren't members of our church, but they live near the temple, and they see this angel Moroni sticking up over the freeway as they drive by, and they had no idea that it was something we had some knowledge about until we went visiting them and wanted to go to that temple. Here's another symbol that is popular on rings. It's the CTR, which simply stands for choose the right. And it's young and old adopted as just a kind of a motto, a symbol of trying to be
primary children.
It starts with little children, usually. Choose the right as a choices are placed before you. So we have all these different kinds of symbols. Now, the real pinnacle symbol for us, other than Jesus Christ himself, who we seek to try to follow in our very fallible way, is presented in our temples. And like the one up in Oakland, which has been closed for renovation since February of last year. And it's going to be open again. Garth, who would normally be here, I think most of you know Garth Pickett. He is now with his wife visiting the temple in Rome that's brand new. It's just been built. And the Pope and others who've lived there in that famous city have been escorted through to see it during its open house phase. We're going to have a similar open house because our Oakland temple will be rededicated after all the renovations are completed. And Garth wanted to make sure that I gave each one of you a save the date card. So if you take one and pass that around, everybody gets one. We will have almost a month of open house in the month of May, but the first week, 7th through the 10th, are special tours that you get invited to that are a little more organized and a few extra things that Garth will perhaps tell you more about. For opinion leaders, all of you qualify as opinion leaders, people that are interested. So we would let you know about this, and then later on Garth will talk to you some more about it. Any questions?